Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Don Manta Ray, the godfather of the anime underground. When I speak, you listen. Now, today we're gonna try a little something different. Today we're gonna switch it up. Now, for those of you who don't know why I did the little clicking thing, was because Nintendo had a big announcement a while back. They announced the Nintendo Switch. What is this? It is a new console from Nintendo. So it sounds like the Wii is kind of getting pushed out of production. We are now on the newest console stage. And what does that mean? Well, let's go ahead and take a look at the news and see what we got to work with. Now, what is the Nintendo Switch? Well, as I stated before, it's a game console. But what does it comprise of? What are the specs? What is it coming out with? The answer is not much. We don't really have much news on what the specs are. But what we do have is, well, I can give you the basic description. If you don't know, haven't seen the Switch yet, my suggestion is go online, find it real quick. Take a look at it, give me your views. Tell me how do you think of the design. Tell me what you think of the design down in the comments below. Let me know what your thoughts are. But it's basically a giant tablet. Well, not a giant tablet. It's around 6.2 inches on the screen tablet. And basically, it's got a little box. It's got two controllers for it for either side of the tablet. And it comes with a little thing to where you could put the controllers together and play on the big screen. Now, what it is you could take the two handles, slide them on to each side, the left and right, pop up the tablet by itself. It'll leave the big screen, and then it'll continue playing on the tablet. So it's a much thinner version of the Wii U, basically, except with detachable controllers. It's got a much bigger screen, much higher resolution. All games on the screen, they said, are going to be playing at around 720. While you can go ahead on, for any big screens, they'll most likely be playing at, depending on your TV, at 1080p. So, that's a good news right there, Seems Nintendo is kind of finally getting up to that status. As for games that are being released, we have, of course, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. We got Just Dance 2017, 1-2-3 Switch, what I'm guessing is going to be mini games, like they have mini games on the Wii U and the Wii. So this is where the Mii's come in, I'm guessing again. The controllers themselves are motion controllers. So, you could swing them back and forth, so that way they'll keep up with the Just Dance stuff and the Mii stuff. What else is there? There's a new Mario game coming out. Rayman is also going to be scheduled for release on this as well. Shovel Knights as well, and a lot of third-party stuff, which Nintendo is kind of not known for, since most of their stuff was so hard to make for. But they seem to be allowing more third-party developers to come onto their systems now, which I think is going to be great and help this system out a lot. But, yeah. Seeing all that, what do we think? Okay, so here's my review of this system so far. This includes everything that I found, including price points and stuff. The price is at $300. Okay, decent enough. I like that. That's good. Good news right there, because one, PlayStation and the Xbox are currently most likely at that same price. So if they were to come out with a much higher price, I think it would pretty much just kill the system. It wouldn't go anywhere. But with the $300 starting price, that's awesome. The biggest news, of course, was that, oh, by the way, we're going to be releasing this in like 2 months. March 3rd was the release date. And I'm like, really? You're going to release it that early? But it's smart, because right now I believe there's no big games set to come out yet for PlayStation or Xbox throughout most of 2017, spring and summer. Probably near fall and winter is where like the big AAA games will start to come back, and that's when PlayStation and Xbox will make their comebacks then. But so what that means is for the next couple months, Nintendo will rule the gaming world. Because one, they got a new product out. They got several games that everybody wants to play. Granted, the new Mario game will come out in Christmas, so that might make a big game changer. I think Rayman and Mario 8 Deluxe are set to be either released in April or at the same time. as the release. I'm not entirely sure. But there's a couple of things that I don't like about this is the price for the controllers. Now the controllers it's a simple design. It doesn't twist and turn, but it does have a middle block where you can combine the two controllers. Or if you're playing a two-player game, you can detach them, give one to your buddy, and then you have the other one for yourself, and you can play on the tablet or the big screen like that. Okay, simple enough. It comes in different colors as well. I've seen blue, red, and the regular black. But the pricing point on that is a little hard to swallow, especially if you want a second controller and you want the full controller for yourself. If you want a second one, you're gonna have to go ahead and buy it, which for around 80 to 90 bucks, I believe, was a selling point for that. So yeah, that's the kind of one of the things that I don't like is charging that much for a controller, because I don't even think the Xbox One controller or the PlayStation controller cost that much. I think they're around 30 bucks each, maybe. You know, I haven't been to Best Buy lately to check out their prices, but you never know. But 80 bucks for something so small and tiny, motion controlled, barely half of it's barely the size of my palm, people. I mean, come on. Those things are going to get lost easily, and they're going to go flying out with the motion control if there's no lanyard attached to them. So that's going to be kind of weird and kind of hard. That's kind of going to be the deal breaker, because either you get the system with the one controller and your buddy has to go get the system with the other controller, or if your buddy doesn't have it, one of you is going to have to shell out 80 bucks or go halvesies on it. That's probably going to be the biggest killer for this thing. I don't agree with the controller price. I do agree with the other price for the full thing, but controller price, no, I'm not agreeing to that. So looking at all this, and seeing it how it works and everything, it's got a 3 to 6 hour charge. I don't know why it's 3 to 6 hours when it could be just 6 hours. I don't know. I guess it depends on the game that you're playing. Like maybe the newer games will take more power to charge it or stuff like that. But it'll be kind of interesting to see why. Maybe it plays music and stuff. Another thing that could probably maybe point to the downfall is, of course, Nintendo is now going to be starting to charge for the online service. Now, for some of us, that comes as a big shock, because, oh, Nintendo, you've always, been one for the players, you never charge for online services. And the issue is, it's been time for them to go. I do agree that this is probably most likely the standard to go ahead. It's time for them to start charging for online services. I'd be willing to do it. I'm willing to go ahead and pay for the online service, but that might be just me. I play Xbox Live. I really don't go online much, but I have it there for uploads and updates. Checking my friends to see what they're doing, post videos online as well. So I think this would, it could make or break the system. Chances are good. I don't think it won't. There are going to be people who are willing to pay to play online. And I would think that this money would go towards, towards making new games for Nintendo. Towards, that's extra money in their pocket that they could go ahead and place somewhere else, either for a new console, or they could go ahead and try lowering the price for the controllers if they decide to do that. New games, this is stuff that will most likely help towards that. I could agree that this is probably the right time to do it with the newest console. But when all is said and done, what's the final judgment on this thing? Will it live to see another year, or has Nintendo blown it off, surprised us all? Well, let's jump into the final judgment. Okay, so final judgment. Nintendo Switch. Is it everything that we want? No. Is it everything that it could be? Yes. What I mean to say by that is, once again, I think this console will be sticking around. It's, Nintendo could bleed money for years, people, and they still come off in the green. So this is to them, whether it fails or not, they're going to learn a lesson from this. And they're going to keep innovating. They're going to keep making it better. This thing I do believe this belongs in the top 3. It's no longer the top 2. It belongs in the top 3 because Nintendo is doing something new. They're doing something different. Granted, it's gimmicky, okay? They're doing motion control, and they're doing the tablet, they're trying to get into the mobile market. Okay, fine. I can see your point. But this will probably outshine everything for the rest of the year. No matter what comes out, the Nintendo Switch will be like, yeah, that's nice, but look what I can do. But, I do think this is going to go ahead and last. This deserves to be here. It shows Nintendo is not dead yet. They have ideas. They're willing to go for it. While PlayStation and Xbox are continuing to build low-end PCs, I'm sorry for that, Nintendo is branching off. They're evolving, which is something that they've always done. So, this, I'm going to go ahead and say yes. If you're on the fence about this, go ahead, buy it. You're going to love the games. You're going to love the system. It's easy, transportable. It's going to make this year of gaming very interesting to watch. But, ladies and gentlemen, I believe, unfortunately, that is all the time we have right now. Go ahead and put down in the comments, do you agree with my opinion? Do you disagree? Tell me why. If you have any ideas for what else I should go ahead and speak about in the next ERJ news, go ahead and put it in the comment section below. Go ahead and message us here at Intelligence Denied. Give us your ideas. If there's something that you think deserves to be spoken about, that people need to have their eyes on and ears open for, let us know. I'll do a video on it. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Don Manta Ray, Godfather of the Anime Underground. When I speak, you listen. Be sure to comment, like, and subscribe. See you next time.